All right, good morning, YouTube. It is 10:06 a.m. I just took a trade earlier, about 10 o'clock, maybe a little before 10. I like to trade about 10 because you get normally from what I've seen, is that there's like a reversal or maybe more folks are setting up their day after the 9:30 open. So I see a lot more volume and a lot more commitment of traders. So that puts the game in for me the game into effect. You know. So I'm looking at the. Let's look at the volume profile here and take a look at what we have. This gray is today, which is pretty much this profile, and the blue is I believe the current week. Let me look. Our current month, which we really don't need that much. So let's go to the week, current week, and current month. We don't need the previous month. This is a little better, I think. So let's just run that for now. Gives me a little more. All right, so we've got a little consolidation going on here. Let's go get it boxed. Let's put the box around the box. Let's go here, right in here. All right, so we do have a little bit of maybe a distribution day today. Maybe it'll just be a balanced distribution. We'll see. We do have a step in the profile right here. Uh, or maybe, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's put this here and this here. All right, which is pretty much outlining this area right in there. And then the next area will be right here. Looks like the cumulative delta and the price action for what it's worth right now. You see all this huge candle here? Yeah, we didn't get much selling. The buyers kind of took over. Let's go back to the depth of market. And let's see what we got. We got some positive delta coming in. These are aggressive orders, market orders, lifting these offers up, and market orders here on the bid, hitting the bid, dropping it down. So this is real orders coming in. The orders here on the bids column and orders here on the ask column, they're just limit orders. They're passive orders. These are users that are putting their buys and stops in. That's it. They could pull them or they can add to them. And those numbers to the left, these numbers right here, are for the bids. And these are pulling, it's called pulling and stacking to the right. Okay. So we want to take a look at that as well. This doesn't really play as much weight as this unless you see something abnormal, like very big or very small numbers here. All right, this is a delta column. This delta represents what we see here as well. We have a big support at 466 even, which is somewhere around here, about right here. 466, 372. That's pretty big. We're gonna see if we could keep that. Remember, no FOMO. Wait for your trade. Have a thesis. Go with the assumption. Take the trade. It's that easy. Keep a stop. Keep a target. Mental stops don't work when you lose your platform. or the power goes out. Metal stops don't help. All right, just remember that. Catastrophic stop with your broker, that'll be cool. All right. You got some selling imbalances here. This is a 12 range tick chart, so it's 3 points, 3-point range. All right, the POC just moved from here to here. You see this right here? So I think we're looking good. Now the 466 we didn't get to, which is a pretty good support level. We'll look on the right, look on the left here, and I'm looking on the right here. I'm going to flip over to the volume profile for a second and show you something here. This swing low, I'm going to see if we break down, see if we have more sellers. This is what's called cumulative delta, and over a certain amount of time, and I have it set for the day, when the day starts, what the action is. We have more selling than buying. It's more pressure on either side. So right now, we're going to take a look and see if this becomes more negative as this becomes more positive. We want to see it's called divergence. You want to see if there's divergence in here. And if there is, then I'd be looking to go long, maybe to this area here. Okay. So we'll see. So I'm pretty much concentrating on here, and I'm going to move it back to the dome and the footprint. So let's see what we got. So we're starting to lose the high, even though we have the positive delta right now. It's just staying there. Had a bunch of selling here before. There's a lot of selling in here. So we need to see a lot of buying. Unfinished auction here. Unfinished auction here. These are all finished. This is an unfinished auction right in here. And they tend to be like magnets for the price action. So we didn't get any higher than here. We started rotating back down. So we're going to see a consolidation in this area. We're going to pop up, right? My assumption here, we're getting buyers coming in on the cumulative delta. Let me show you this. All right. So we had just a very small amount of participation here. All right. But no follow through. So let's see what follows through. Do we follow through here? Do we come above it? It's just doing a whole lot of nothing. So let's go ahead and see. We'll go back to the dome. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, join my Discord. There'll be a link on the bottom of the, take a look at the description. And at Discord, I have chat going, a chat room, free chat room. You got some sellers, not enough buying up in here. We'll see how they do here. Trying to base out a little bit. Now I'm a scalper. I'm not looking for big moves. I'm looking for a point or two. I'm looking for momentum to bring me into the trade. So you had the buying up here, and then it just started selling off a little bit, even though we had decent numbers, 500. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you something here. Looks like the buyers are getting exhausted up here. All right, we may have a come down. We may come down a little bit. We'll see. Come back down to this level, maybe 67. That'd be a nice move. We're not able to get higher than that. And we're going above the swing high. We can't get above it. It's not being absorbed. Because we don't have sellers, we have buyers. So let's go back to the dome. There you go. Your sellers are starting to come in a little bit. You got some selling imbalances. Now, it doesn't mean anything, right? Because the market could change. All right, but we're just going to go ahead and look at it. All right, got a lot of support here. All right, we don't know if there's a hidden seller in here, but all I know is they're not buying anymore. They may buy now. We'll see. Will be the logical place to take the short, maybe below the VWAP. Here. All right, then we could come right back down. We probably had a lot of selling. Came back up a little bit. Now we're in the middle. Just indecision. You have a positive delta, but you have the pressure with a divergence. That's a tech tip. Look for that. So this line in the sand for me probably is the VWAP. We'll see. We'll see if they start adding green in here. You got a little buyer. Buyers are a little bit interested. If we take a look here, we'll take a look at this. These are cumulative. These aren't. These will reset. So I'm going to take a short here. So let's see if we have the sellers come in. If I see a pop, I got to get out. But yeah, we need to snap past 67.50. It's trying. The buyers are coming in. We'll see what happens here. Well, that wasn't great. Screwed that up. Nothing of that. Could have got better than that. Sometimes you just gotta, when you screw up, you gotta get out. So I did, and it was just a break even. Market knows more than I do. Trust me. I'm just trying to, get something out of it. And I'll post the good, the bad, the ugly. That's the way you're going to learn. All right? I'm not a super trader. I'm a retail trader like you. This is what it is. This is trading. The fluff you see on the internet, people put their best trades in. People playing with a fake account or doing whatever they're doing. That's not trading. That's scamming. So you got a bunch of buying balances. Let's see what the volume profile is showing us. All right, so now we're looking good. You see what's happening here? So we may see a little resistance here between, within the next point or so. And let's go ahead and move this a little bit. So we can move this pretty fast. So I'd be looking to short at about 73.50-ish, like right in here. See if we get that push. Good deal. Let's go back to the dome. All right, so I set this back up. This is the same as the this box, 73.50, as it was on the volume profile. So the buys kind of dominated this in here, but they didn't take any, they didn't really move. So there may be a big buyer just sitting here. See, this is becoming big, but we're not actually getting any lower. So if we come down to 470.75, that could be a good long. Take a look to the left. These are all positive deltas. You had some sellers come in here. They're trying to push it down a little lower. You got some sellers in here. Remember, you had some buyers here. So if we could come back down here, we may have a buyer. I'm going to go short right here. There's a buy stop. Let's see if they're going to trap them. If they're trapping them in a good position, if they start trapping. So all that buying, nothing's happening. You got the sellers starting to come in. This is a nice little fight. Sellers are starting to dominate a little bit. Let's see what's happening over here. You got a lot of if the sellers start taking on. I just got to show you something, but I really want to manage this. Take a look here. Huge. Nothing going on there. So it looks like the buyers are getting hammered now. So we'll see. Let's go back to the footprint. Let's go back to the footprint dome. So let's see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and take my risk down a little bit. We're going to move to a 1-to-1. See what happens. All right, we took a little loss there, just 2 points, but that was a good it's a good trade regardless. You started just losing the momentum there. I thought we were gonna get a drop, a pull down. So I sold it at 73.50. I sold it here. So let's see how the volume profile. You see, still the same thing pretty much. We're just marinating inside there. So that was a pretty decent trade. I'm happy with what I've done there as far as the management portion. uh, it's just that it's a big fight, and you had to step in the profile over here. I thought we'd be able to get over it if we had enough sellers come in, because all these folks would need to start selling, and it'll push it down. If you remember at the beginning, you had that those sell stops got hit, and then the buyers started coming right back in again. At that point, it wasn't worth it for me to just cut the trade at that point. So I was willing to take a little more heat to see where the trade would end up. All right. So we didn't take much. We only lost 2 points there. It's not a big deal because we had two targets, took one 4 ticks. All right. We're starting to come down now. So no FOMO. Let's see if this is the entry. Let's see if we get an entry here. You had a lot of selling here. It's a big candle. You have a VWAP here. We go long right there. See if we can make up that little loss there. Scalping, remember, not here for the long haul. That we didn't make any money there. 68 even. I want to be long right there. Got in a little early there. Starting to pump back up. Wow, that took me right out. Let's go ahead and see. See what the timing is here. Let's look at the volume profile again. You have aggressive buyers coming in right here. Go back to the dome. There's a big number of buyers here. You had a whole bunch of buyers. Let's see what comes back. So I like 64.75. I like as a to get in as a short. 64.75, 65 even. They started pulling a lot right here. They're starting to pull a bunch of. I'm going to take a short right here at 65.50. See what happens. I think we're looking pretty good. We're losing a lot of steam above here. It seems like a lot of buying. It's just algorithms. There's really nothing coming in here. There's really nothing going on. Starting to build a lot of the selling now. Just let it sit. It seems like a lot, but we're really just moving like this. Not really making any strands. If we can't go higher, we're going to go lower. And if we can't get any higher, we're going to go lower. Let's see if these numbers start building here or these numbers start building here. This is where it matters right now. You see that second wave of momentum? So we're holding up right here. You see? This is where they bought it before. We're not making any new highs. So they're just manipulating the price action here. They're adding to it. Now let's take a look over, over here. 103, 102. So they're continuing to add here. So there's an order that's just being absorbed. Could be an iceberg order. So they rebid or reoffer. They rebid, they reoffer. Sometimes you could pick up and it'll give you like they're adding and subtracting. You have 108 here, orders 100, 101. You see what's happening here? 101, 104, 103. So they're selling. So right here is where they were selling 101, 108. See if that happens again. They come back down. So you're seeing the sellers coming. Very small numbers here. Let's see if these start increasing. $25, 14, 3, 48 traded, 49 traded, 51 traded, 19, 20 traded. Let's see if they see some offers start hitting the book here. A few did. See if you get a response. All right, so you get 147 came in to buy, 121 came in to buy, 163 came in to buy, 166 came in here to sell. All right, sellers are starting to come in. Coming in slow, but they're coming in. I just moved I'm going to go take that short at 67.75. We're just in this range. I think I have my stop is at a decent spot here. We're starting to add some selling now. Takes a little time. 137 here. 107. 51, 63, 97. That's good. 101. That's good. All right, we down ticked a little bit. 136. That's good. 140, 154. That's good. Starting to build the bid up a little bit. Let's see what these offers look like. So here's where they moved up to the VWAP. Let's see what happens. I like to see bigger numbers here, but we're getting them down here. So I want to see these kind of drop a little bit, but we got two-way trading, so I'm happy for that. So we have sellers up here, and they could be adding to the position. You had a lot of buyers here prior. Doesn't look like we're getting higher than 69.25. We'll see. I mean, at some point they're gonna either drop it or take it above. So we'll see what the outcome is. Yeah, don't let losses affect you. It's part of the game. Okay. Sellers are just able to pull that down 4 bids, 4 ticks. You're getting into some negative territory now. We're in the hundreds. Well, that was a big one here. I think did that flash 400? I mean, if it did, then I'm going to get stuck. If it did. And they pulled it. I'll take a look at the video before. It's just flashing too quick. So we came down to here pretty much, the sellers. And buyers took it up a little bit. So if we could break below, let's say 87 even, I think we'll have a little more downside. It could be actually pretty fast. You know, we could probably take it down to 64 even. So we need to break 67. We need to break this number right here. That's what it looks like. Yeah, we could go down to 65 if we could get some of the sellers to come in right about here. So I think I'm still in a good position. Just got to just wait it out. So 67 is that point I was figuring on. 65.25 would be decent. And that's pretty much where the my first limit is. All right, that was a pretty decent trade. So yeah, we went over a couple of concepts there, and it's probably just a study in itself, just this one video. So this is a longer video, but it ended up working out in my favor here because I'm up. And yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave the video here since it's a 40-minute video almost. And if you like this kind of content where we trade what we see, give you a little bit. Now, when I'm trading alone and not recording, it's a lot different. I'm not switching between screens. I'm able to look, so my timing is better. But I'm trading micros. I'm not going to get killed. Micro contracts, I'm not going to get killed. It's not like the minis. I wouldn't be trading online with the minis like this, trust me. But the price action is similar, right? There's arbitrage it's called arbitrage. And the market makers and whatnot keep the levels within what the mini sees. All right, little less volume, but here we just dropped completely down here. I wasn't going to stay in the trade that long, but I'm happy what the this session has enough in it where you could just pretty much watch it like once or twice and see what the mindset is and come up with your own conclusions. All right. Please like, subscribe, share, comment these videos, my videos. I got over 180 videos. Subscriber count, I think I got over 400 subscribers now. So the channel is gaining momentum, and I also have a Discord where I chat. I have a free chat, community chat in there. So come by, check it out. All right. See you on the next one.